Well, hi there. This week we are back with a Sleep SOS episode. Last week, I posted in my Instagram stories asking for Sleep SOS questions from you all. Katie submitted a great question about her 3-month-old daughter suddenly taking short 30-minute naps and becoming harder to get back to sleep after a night waking. This is a very common struggle that I think many parents of 3-month-olds will relate to. So, if you have a baby between 3 and 4 months old, this episode is for you. And if you are interested in submitting a question for a future SOS episode, be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is at Sleep and Wellness Coach. Hi, I'm Allison Egidi, a pediatric sleep and wellness coach and a mom of two. I love to help parents find solutions. This is How Long Till Bedtime. After Katie submitted her question to me on Instagram, I asked her to go ahead and record it for you all. So we will start by playing Katie's question.
Hi, Allison. This week, my 3-month-old went from long naps to short 30-minute naps. She also takes lots of rocking with her passy before I'm able to put her down. With her being a preemie, I understand she might need a nightly feed, but having to spend an hour or more rocking her getting her back to sleep is getting tiring. What are some simple tricks to help her learn how to self-soothe once I place her in the crib?
Katie, I'm so glad that you submitted this question because this is a very common struggle with this age group. There is a very good chance that you are experiencing the oh so dreaded 4-month sleep regression, or as I like to call it, the sleep progression. I realize that may be surprising since your baby is just 3 months old and it sounds like she was born early, but let me explain. In my experience, what most people refer to as the 4-month sleep regression actually kicks in before 4 months. This big biological sleep leap typically starts between 12 and 16 weeks, which is obviously well before 4 months. During this window, your baby is developing a more mature sleep rhythm. Their circadian rhythm is becoming a bit more like yours or mine, which means they are starting to have a rhythm that can be optimized. And a rhythm that can be optimized can also be out of sync. And they are developing more mature sleep cycles that start to consist of both deep and light sleep. In the early weeks and months, your baby just falls right into deep sleep. But now they are also experiencing light sleep. That means that they are more likely to have sleep disruptions. For example, the 30-minute nap. And for some babies, that may mean that they don't flow through connecting these sleep cycles as easily as they used to during the night. That can result in them having more frequent night wakings that are more challenging. While I don't have all the details of your particular situation, here are 3 tips that are often helpful during this developmental sleep leap period. Number 1, if your little lady is still going to bed late, consider shifting her bedtime earlier. Some babies at this age are still going down at 9, 10 p.m., and that can start to be out of alignment with their now more mature circadian rhythm. So, a good starting point is 8 p.m. around 12 weeks. So, usually what I say is if our babies haven't guided us naturally to an earlier bedtime by the time they hit 12 weeks, go ahead and force the issue a bit. So, at 12 weeks, I start to target 7 to 8 p.m. So, if you're later than that window, consider shifting, and you can do it right away. You don't have to gradually shift it. shift her bedtime window to 7 to 8 p.m. Number 2, taking shorter naps all throughout the day may mean that she's not getting enough restorative sleep during the day. That can result in more night wakings. So help her get at least one nap in the first half of the day that is 1 to 2 hours long, and one nap in the second half of the day that is 1 to 2 hours long, meaning she has one longer restorative nap in the morning and one longer restorative nap in the afternoon. And then it's totally fine for those other naps to be shorter, say 30-minute naps. If you've been around for a while, you know that I encourage parents to practice having their baby fall asleep and sleep independently in their crib once they start to smile. So you're there. If she's 3 months, I'm assuming she's doing a great job with her smiling. And it sounds like, given how you worded your question, you have been working on independent sleep, which is great. I want you to keep doing that. Is that practice is going to help her get back to these longer crib naps in the coming weeks. But during this window, if those independent naps are always resulting in 30-minute naps, I want you to go ahead and hold her for that longer nap in the morning if needed, and or for that longer nap in the afternoon if needed. We may need to help her during this window get a couple longer restorative naps, and that is okay. We can still practice independent crib naps and help her get the day sleep that sets her up for more restorative night sleep with fewer wakings. And number 3, let's make sure that that final wake window between the last nap and bedtime isn't too long. I know there is a lot of advice and guidance out there on the internet that indicates wake windows should get longer and longer as the day goes on. But having that final wake window between the final nap and bedtime get too long at this age can result in a baby who goes to bed overtired and then doesn't fall into a high quality sleep that allows for that initial stretch of sleep to be their longest, most restorative, best stretch of night sleep, which is always what I'm targeting by this age. Each baby is unique, and wake windows are already kind of a tricky subject for me, at least, because they aren't really supported by science whatsoever. But at this age, when we don't yet have fully developed sleep cycles and circadian rhythms, they are helpful. But you're going to have to do a little testing to find out what wake window works well for her. So here's a place to start. If it was a poor nap day and you can tell that she's clearly tired, that final wake window may only be 45 minutes, 45 to 60 minutes. If she had a solid nap day and she's not acting overly tired, go ahead and test out in that 60 to 90-minute window. But if you've gotten to the point where now she's been up for 2 hours and you're having these challenging nights, think about shortening that wake window, and it could help you help her fall into a higher quality sleep right out of the gate, which then can make it so hopefully she wakes less. And when she does wake, that it's easier for you to get her back to sleep during this period. Katie, I hope these tips help you make some tweaks that help your daughter get through this developmental leap. It ultimately is a good thing, even though it may not feel like it right now. And I hope these tips help all of you get some more sleep. For anyone else listening who has a baby who is 12 weeks or younger, in addition to offering one-on-one virtual consultations, I do offer a program that guides you through all of these sleep developments that happen during your baby's first 20 weeks. And I also give you access to weekly coaching sessions with me during those first 20 weeks. You can learn more about the Have Baby Need Sleep program at www.sleepandwellnesscoach.com or just follow the link in the show notes. Katie, thanks again for sharing your question and congrats on your growing family. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to How Long Till Bedtime. To learn how we can work together to improve your child's sleep, please visit sleepandwellnesscoach.com.